Hey guys, Mike from Wrestling Then and Now. Thanks so much for checking out the YouTube channel and for all your support. If you haven't already, please click subscribe. I have so much content coming up. You don't want to miss anything. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like. It really does help my channel grow. Thanks again.
Talk to me about working with Matt Hardy. You guys are great together. What the sensei of Mattitude? Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. Who pitched that idea?
Yeah, that was I think Michael Hayes kind of came up with the Mattitude follower thing, the MFer thing. And yeah, so it was like, honestly, dude, that's me and Matt. Like, that was, we were filming like our Hardy Show stuff. We had a little reality show called The Hardy Show that we all did back in the day. It was just a bunch of nonsense, but I feel like that was me and Matt's relationship outside of the ring. What you seen is kind of like just, these two goofs, like Matt. And the funny thing is like, that's Matt. Matt has that ego about him. And it's like, that's no secret. Like, anybody will tell you, like, Matt, back in the day, Matt would walk in the gym and he'd have his coat hanging off of his shoulders and he'd walk in and make this grand entrance. Like, it's like everybody would be like, who the fuck is this guy? And Matt's always, and everybody's always said it, and Matt knows it. It's nothing new, but like Matt does, he's got a little bit of an ego, right? Like this, and to me, like, that's the perfect Matt. I feel like that character was Matt Hardy. And the way that, like, he would look down on me, and like, no matter if I did something good or I did something to screw him over, he'd punish me for anything that he did, to mess something up. And then he'd blame it on me, like everything, and it was like, it's just kind of like how Matt really is. It's like, like he, so like, to me, like, I enjoyed it because it was kind of I guess our characters off screen too. So we were able to kind of ride those parallels of our friendship off of screen, with what they wanted us to do on screen. So it's pretty cool.
How'd you like working with Brock Lesnar?
Dude, that was amazing. So, if you follow my career, like, everybody's like, Shannon didn't win many matches. No, I didn't. And the reason is because I would always go to the office and I wanted to be that guy that, I always got compared to Ricky Morton, especially before I was tattooed and I had long blonde hair. Everybody's like, dude, you're the next Ricky Morton. The way you bump, the way you sell. So whenever I got to WWE, like, that would always, register as like, no matter what, I'm a small guy. Like, I'm, they're not going to put the world heavyweight championship on me. And I was like, but, longevity is what I wanted out of my career. I wanted to make money for the longest amount of time possible. And the way that I knew I could cement me a spot in the legacy was bumping and feeding for people. Just because, that resonated always, people going, hey, you remind me of Ricky Morton. So I'm like, man, I'm in the land of the giants. All I have to do is be creative in how to, like, take bumps and stuff for these big guys. And if you go back and you look at like Nathan Jones, you look at, Great Khali, you look at all these monsters that I got to work with in WWE, like, they love to work with me because I'd come up with creative spots that made them look like these, like, insane, they were freaks anyways. They were giants. But like, I would do stuff in creative ways to make them look athletic as well. And I think Brock really, he understood that. He understood that I was out there busting my ass for him. And that, if he would just let me have a little bit of my creativity, like, we could come up with some cool stuff. Like taking belly to bellies, from the center of the ring to the floor, and, using moonsaults in ways to where it looks like he's throwing me, but it's basically just me doing a moonsault. And he was so appreciative. Like, there was one spot, I think it was the match where he ended up belly. No, it was, I think, when Paul Heyman punished me, but the office wanted him just to, like, murder me, like, just, 10 seconds, like, you're done. Brock's like, no, I refuse to do that. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, he goes, no, I want you're going to get some stuff in. Like, this ain't just going to be me slaughtering you. He's like, I don't care what they say. And like, he did, man. If you go back and you watch the match, it's like, it was a little bit of a back and forth competition until he finally put the nail in the coffin, you know. And I've always respected him for that because like, he appreciated how hard I worked for him, and you know, and in return, like he was always grateful and thankful, and he'd always go like, "Hey, man, like I appreciate what you know what you did for me out there." So like to me, I look back, I would rather go out there and work with those big guys and do stuff like that than I would go out there and have a, you know, a tag match that really is not going to mean anything because
Right.
like that's the artistry. I feel like, you know, like that was my artistry right there. That was my artwork was going back there. And like, you know, most wrestling fans, like they don't see that. But like, you know, Brian Kendrick, somebody just messaged me and they're like, man, you know, Shannon Moore is probably one of the most underrated guys in the business. And to me, I think that's what I guess that's how people say that because they see me out there just busting my ass and it's not about me, it's working for other people. And I think some people, you know, they see that and they go, man, like this guy was super underrated. Imagine if they would have actually did something with him.
Right.
You know, like that would have benefited me. So, you know, yeah, I took a lot of pride in that, man, working with the big guys. Like I didn't mind it. And, you know, I was able to maintain some longevity there and, you know, make some good money.